Greetings everyone, Agion here, another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spot on the right side as the AFK OKW. Hope it doesn't say AFK for too long. We have Xaminichou. Xaminichou? I don't know. And on the left side as the Soviet player, we have RuMartinez89. So a dual combat engineer opener, going straight for some penals. Over here, we're going for Volks, not for Media Kuberwagen. I suppose that little bit delayed start means he has a good amount of manpower now for both two Volks.
Regimental headquarters advise. Panzer Fusiliers are ready for...
Wait a second. Oh, no, that's the call-on saying Panzer Fusiliers are now available. Looks like we do have the Breakthrough Doctrine. We do have, of course, the Panzer Fusilier, Sturmofficer. Both of them are highly likely we're going to see. Because we're seeing a Panzer Fusilier now, unlikely we'll see Jagdtiger. That's more of a 2v2, 3v3 unit. And of course, 4v4. Everything can go in 4v4. Mass Katusha, a single Grenadier, and a Panzer Fusilier is about ready to be deployed. Penal Squad's, of course, excellent anti-infantry.
Ready weapons. Hooper, prepare for action.
Yeah, I hear the wire course going down. He's trying to wire off this little bit of section here. He's probably going to stop right there. And we do got some good fire coming down on these Volk squads, but luckily he managed to hug this light cover here. It may not look like much, but that inch of dirt in the ground is providing good amount of cover. We do have these Panzer Fusiliers have captured the central standard point, missions point being captured with the Volks Grenadiers. Second squad of Panzer Fusiliers coming out on the field. So he's likely not going to he's likely going to go upgrade both of them G43s. If you see one Panzer Fusilier, it's not uncommon to see that being upgraded Panzer Shreks. But we do also have the half track on the build queue. Two squads of Penals who are out on the field. Sturm Pioneers will have a severe time trying to advance on them. He could try to wire off the rest of this side of the map, but it's really hard to wire off the edge of the map itself. We have this Penal squad utilizing heavy cover here. Combat engineers on the flank. He will go ahead and go to point blank range, but that Volks Grenadier squad will need to fall back. This Panzer Fusilier is not in combat. Well, he's currently multitasking. The Volks Grenadier is falling back, and this Sturm Pioneer squad could go down. This will be a huge mistake. Though nothing on the retreat path, so likely it won't go down. Panzer Fusiliers being way overwhelmed. Combat engineers just drawing fire, which is excellent for these penal squads. Having just combat engineers just draw fire, allowing your Panzer penal squads to just deal a lot of damage, it's just really, really good. We do got, looks like a battle group HQ coming on out. He wants the healing. He went for Panzer Fusiliers, so he definitely wants healing. If you could, one possibility you can always go for is the Fearstorm Doctrine in order to get out the Obelisk truck, which does have the medic ambulance toggle ability for healing aura. So you can use the push forward, go for tier 2 instead of tier 1, and then once you're like, it's a little bit too dangerous for that to keep out on the be running around on the field anymore, then you just send it back home and just use it as an ambulance. By the Penal Squad, now that one, the last man's activated, so he will have more increased accuracy as he starts losing models. But those 3 models will start doing significant amount of damage, but he just had too much damage all across the models. Fuel point is captured, so both fuel points captured by the Soviet player. Third squad of Penals on the field, so he has a significant amount of firepower. Overall, I would say the Soviet player has more field presence and more firepower on the field right now because Penal squad is just excellent. They will beat Panzer Fusiliers and unupgraded Panzer Fusiliers and unupgraded Volk squads, no problem. The penal squad is, of course, going to utilize that heavy cover over there. We got these Panzer Fusiliers getting hit, both of them in open ground. Penal squad, of course, is moving. There's, of course, that little bit of light cover here. This squad could push forward to this bit of heavy cover there in order to gauge these Panzer Fusiliers. And there we go, both of them now firing. He does decapture. This is a cutoff point for the munitions, and he needs this munitions. He desperately needs his munitions for these Panzer Fusiliers, because it will give him those G43s. So G43s is what really makes Panzer Fusiliers good compared to Volksgrenadiers, because it'll give them not only extra model, but just like, what was it, like 4 G43s? It's not 3, but I think it's like 4 G43s. And we've got airborne here, so we've got some weapon crates being dropped on down. Now we got some pedals with PPSHs.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Oh, I thought it was just 3 of them, but all of them gets upgraded with PPSHs. They don't have the same target size as shock troops with the extra little bit of armor, but they're still pretty powerful, to say the least. They're basically an unarmored shock troop. And against this STGs, this is not what he wants to see. Starting to make his advance forward, getting ripped apart. Sherman Pioneers will escape once again, and the penal squad is now starting to disintegrate. I'm so surprised he did that much damage to the Sherman Pioneer, but probably thinks this heavy cover here is why he got so much good work done.
The sector is at risk.
Penal squad is not behind any cover, so the Volksgrenadier squad will have some good work. And Dishka's now out in the field. Up north, we've got an MG34 and a flak half-tracks on the build queue. He does have penals, but he also has Dishkas as well, so there's 2 sources of anti-tank there. The anti-tank for the penals, of course, is being upgraded to PTRSs. Not a great upgrade for the penals, but he has 3 penal squads. He could upgrade 1 with PTRSs and just use it as a mobile anti-tank to deal with that flak half-track. I'm so surprised he upgraded the Volk squad first with STGs and not the G43s. Sure, G43s cost 60 more munitions, but it really bumps up their damage. Unless... Oh, I hear. There you go. First squad of G43s are now out, and does get pinned by the Dishka. But I was going to say before, I was thinking maybe he's going to upgrade them both for Panzerschrecks in the future, but maybe not. We got the guards, airborne rifles now coming on out. They, of course, can spawn outside of buildings. Out of buildings, not outside of buildings. This, Panzerfuser squad may get wiped. He has PPSHs and penals on the retreat path. The combat engineers could just stay there and capture that munitions point. And that was an obvious wipe. Luckily, it did not have any G43s. And he is not capturing the munition points immediately because this is a cutoff point. He needs to capture this first before capturing this to get any sort of income. So I do like the capping order. The squad immediately will get suppressed. He does not have enough munitions for STGs. The guards' rifle has been upgraded with DPs. We do got the set of landmines being placed on down. Very nice. The guards' airborne's rifles has 3 DPs, so he's able to do a significant amount of damage. But the flak half-track, given enough time, will displace it. The cannon we're on the build queue for the OKW player. Does he capture the fuel point, but he now has a force to withdraw. We do got the Dishka now rotating on forward. It of course does have the anti-tank round, anti-armor piercing rounds, and he just got enough munitions for it. He lost vision of the guards' rifles as well. Hopping the Dishka inside the building. He does have the rear armor shown as well, so it's going to be a high penetration rate. He's not activating the armor piercing rounds. So some of these rounds will bounce. Getting some good hits there. Multiple rear armor hits. He's not reacting. Does throw out the smoke immediately, and seeing it's a gun unit, he can't force fire behind through the smoke. Excellent positioning by this penal squad. And thanks to the heavy cover, he prevents any sort of suppression. And we got the penals down the back of a M3. Excellent. Because that means it can just do a drive-by on this 251. In fact, if he would have known where it was, he perhaps could have run it down. Sturm officers out in the field. Does have 3 Obersoldaten models to support him, so he does have good firepower. And what is that? Vet 2 gets the extra man? Yep. We'll give him basically a full non-LMG Obersoldaten squad. Very wounded, but he is getting repaired, and by the time this M3 finds one of the PTRSs, which is not loaded, it will be fully repaired. Game has sort of stabilized. It feels like the Soviet player is still in a great position. He could skip this tier and immediately go for tier 3. He has enough. Let's see, if he gets that built, that costs 85 fuel. He has 200 some. He has not enough for just a T-34 76 and fuel-wise, just needs more manpower. But yeah, I think he has enough for even. Ooh, the flak half-track getting some deadly hits. The cannon whirfer rolls a miss, but the MG-34 gets some good hits, and that was actually loaded with PPSHs, not AT rifles. 2 misses? I mean, it's not 100% the flak half-track's going to get the hit on it. Throws a frag, but decides to fall back because it's against guards, airborne guards in heavy cover.
A sector has been cut off.
But as I was saying before, he has enough fuel for a T-34 and an Su-85 Katyusha. He just needs manpower, which is a little bit running low. He could delay reinforcing these guys to get out, start building a tank, but perhaps he needs to play defensively. He needs just to buy some time, get some manpower to get out a tank. If he gets a tank out, sheer panzer quarters being deployed, he will basically spend the rest of his fuel. He's nowhere close to a Panzer IV or a Jagdpanzer. So T-34 76 on right now would be monstrous. Dishka, in a general move order, throws incendiary grenade atop the gunner, but he will get suppressed immediately. The Dishka has very high deployment speed. He should immediately run behind it in order so it didn't get the incendiary grenade off. Does get a couple models there. Dishka has a fast deploy rate. It has, I think it may have some even the old maximum deploy speed, which is pretty quick. Comm engineers upgrade minesweepers. Not only for super mines, but for increased repair rate. And he has a T-34 on the build queue. He should have not. He needs to not replenish those engineer squads. He needs the manpower for all these other more important squads. Airborne guards still up here. Ooh, airstrike. It is airborne guards strafing run. And does get shot down by the flak half track, but minor gain. Good experience for the flak half track. Getting up the Vet 2, which of course increases the crew, the track, and attack targets more effectively. So I think just reduce scatter or increase accuracy, as well as perhaps faster turret rotation, which is usually units doesn't have to worry about turret rotation. Good hit there. This T-34 is going to be monstrous. And he got out over Sadatsens. At this point in time, not a good idea to deal with this T-34. Sure, he has one Bekenwiffer, but perhaps... Hear me out. Panzer Fusiliers have Panzerschrecks. Or a second Vickenwiffer. It's probably a second Vickenwiffer would have been a better idea than the Obersatzen, but I know he wants to get out some more effective infantry. I more than understand it.
Stand ready.
But they came out the wrong time, and I think those came out before he sold the T-34. Dishka setting it up. He's not going to get the Incendiary Grenade off. Well, he may get it while suppressed, but it's not going to be pinned. Yeah, pinned right before throwing. It does actually get up there. Nobusawa, if he was quick enough, could have got the, ooh, that's a gauntlet. Oh, I hear a landmine.
Close air support is available.
I heard a Sturmovik close air support. That's probably from the airborne guards. T-34. It's going to have great time against those Obersatzen. These guys ran forward, but a little bit overextended. Does decapture the central VP. PRSs does get suppressed. T-34 is still very, very healthy. The combat engineers are suppressed. They do just fall right retreat. The Dishka does get flanked by the MG-34 and G-43s, but the T-34 so far is at full health, and it's going to be fighting against a second T-34 before it gets out of Panzer IV. There is a landmine there, but nothing to detonate it. I say leave these combat engineers unreinforced. He needs to get everything else reinforced. He doesn't need them for repairs at this moment, so he can leave them unreinforced. And there is now a squad of Panzer Fusiliers with Panzerstricks now on the field. He has enough fuel for a Panzer IV and Jagdpanzer, but by the time he gets manpower, he may just want to go straight for a Panther. A Panther would be excellent versus T-34s. With proper micro, a Panther probably can take out 3 T-34s. Gets flanked by the Penal Squad, and the VP did not get decaptured. Landmine detonation, and there's another landmine here, and the Obers could find that. This could be really bad on the retreat path because it could wipe out one squad entirely. Detonated. That flak half truck's likely going to be dead. It's one shot away from death from the T-34s. No smoke, and the shot came out before the smoke was popped.
Command level capabilities ready for deployment.
He does now have enough fuel for Panther. And the Vickenwiffer does receive a couple hits there, but nothing too significant. And here comes the airborne guards. They find the Vickenwiffer. That is a good find. Now he's down to just 2 wounded members, which means the T-34s can easily swarm it, and it does its full retreat. Airborne guards do fall back right there, spending a bit of munitions on that airstrike, and now both T-34s are pushing their way forward. He should have enough for Panther, right? He shouldn't be going for... Yeah, there you go. He Panther on the build queue. I was like, he should not be going for a Jagdtiger. Especially against a swarm of T-34s. A swarm of T-34s is a good counter to the Jagdtiger. PTRS has been spotted. The Vickenwiffer is now fully reinforced. And here comes the PPSHs. They will find a good engagement opportunity. They haven't been refocused. Throws a frag at point blank. The frag was decent. And now you found the sheer panzer quarters. Its AA gun is just picking away against these units. T-34s were likely going to be eyeing to kill off this sheer panzer quarters. Panther will make it out on time if he does destroy it. Forced retreat. Doesn't look like just yet. T-34s moving forward. They do roll miss. There's a pen there. Panther will get out, but he may still lose the sheer panzer quarters. Okay, we're for rolling forward. He's trying to go for a satchel charge. He does get the satchel charge off. It won't kill it, but get very close. And there goes the sheer panzer quarters. And he needs Pantherization in order to get the Jagdpanzer, and he needs Panzer authorization for the King Tiger as well. He's immediately rebuilding his sheer panzer quarters. It could, ooh, good hits. That thing's one shot away from death and gets body blocked by the point. Reloading, fires, misses hits the wrong one, but it does get taken out by the Panther. But he does lose that Panzerschreck squad. New T-34s coming out, so the Panther will be perfectly fine against two T-34s in general. He's facing against a lot of infantry. He could go for Mechanized HQ, but even then, Stukas of Foos probably won't be that great. Not a whole lot of static units. An airstrike, it is the rocket run coming in, straight into the rear armor, no response, but most of it caught on those piping. In fact, I think he cast it behind it, thinking his opponent was going to reverse into it. Panther finally gets this Pinto mount, which will help his pitiful infantry damage by a pitiful amount. The Shroom Officer probably won't get the wipe. T-34 is pushing their way forward. The Panther is a little bit wounded. He could force a retreat on one of these squads. And just outright falls back. Up north, we got the combat engineers running straight to MG-34, and he's trying to get out of the arc on the north side, but there's plenty of arc on the south side for this other combat engineer. I'm not sure what he's trying to do with this MG-34. Panther has actually killed 8 infantry units. It's been a while since the last time Panther with that much damage. Oh, another air run coming on in, which will force back these guys. MG-34 does pin, and I don't know what was happening up here. Assault artillery being rained on in. T-34s getting another T-34 coming on out. Very nice. I do like a T-34 spam. They're cheap, and they're pretty effective versus infantry, and with enough of them, they can take out Panthers. Looks like the sheer panzer quarter has been rebuilt. He's far away from any additional armored asset. And that landmine could have been deadly. If he were to hit that landmine, the T-34s could easily swarm. And in fact, this is actually still a good position for the T-34s. The rear armor is exposed on their advance, and be easy to hunt them down with their rear armor just exposed. Prioritized fire has been activated. Rolls a miss there. Vetu, and gets a ram. Ram was unusual. It does the engine damage. This is likely a dead Panther. Cannon Whippers moving on in. First rolls a miss. Get a hit there, and there goes the Panther.
Medium Panzer lost.
He may lose his T-34, but good trade. Penal Squad just advancing on these Panzer Fusiliers. And finds a fresh sheer Panzer Quarter, but just staying a couple shots. Wow. That's definitely outside the radius. And this T-34 will go down. Oh, I heard landmine detonation.
Don't leave me here.
It was a shoe mine. I was thinking it was a Soviet mine.
We are awaiting orders.
T-34 is making an advance. Won them at Vet 1, so it has the capture mode. And here comes another strafing run. Get some good hits on this Bekennenwerfer. The officer is actually behind, so the Obstsatzens are in the front as well. I sort of like that look. Panzer Fusiliers, they're going to be forced back. Ooh, there's some damage. Obstsatzens falling back. Panzer Fusiliers taking the long way around the T-34.
Ready to deploy.
And the Bekennenwerfer's very, very far away. So he saw both those Bekennenwerfers. I think he saw it was a good opportunity to advance. At least one, perhaps two satchel charges will be coming forward. One, yep, and that's enough to kill it. And that is probably game for the OKW player because he can't get out any tanks. He should have placed that one much more defensively because he kept his. He knows there was T-34, two T-34. He should have kept that one a bit more defensively than that. Honestly, here would even probably be too vulnerable. Just should have kept it to a minimum, trying to cover up these 3 points. Just put it right here, I guess. Even then, that's so pretty vulnerable. Another Bekennenwerfer coming on the field. He's just going to basically give up on any sort of armor. He's going to need to save up on fuel and save up something big, I guess. Can't be investing his fuel and manpower unless he can spend something immediately. Immediate withdrawals with the Obstsatzen. Bekennenwerfer does find a good hit there.
The sector is at risk.
Oh, we got another air run coming on in. T-34 force with the Sturm Pioneers. Mass retreat over here. Only one Bekennenwerfer is not withdrawing. And looks like those pipes went down. Assault artillery raining on down, trying to deal with these on the Dishka. And looks like the will manage to keep out the arc before any sort of artillery.
Is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
Obstsatzen now Vet 2, making him very, very deadly. I always forget the veterans of the Sturm Officer improves its own accuracy. Vet 1 reduces the cost of its abilities. Talk about frame rate kill. I need to restart my computer anyways. It's playing a bit of Solaris, some games of my own. So I think a good restart on my computer is probably good before I cast my next game. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, looks like the final one is actually where he gets actually an aura. Well, and also swaps out his own pistol for an STG. Combat engineers getting picked away, and they do get suppressed right there. Finds a shoe mine right there. And a Katusha's coming on the field. That is excellent versus these Vikenwerfer. We may see a forced retreat here on the Dishka. Though he's just outside the radius of the Dishka. Does throw a frag on the Dishka. It's currently armed with combat engineers, and they do have decent rifles. And here comes another airstrike coming from the airborne guards. He's been using that ability quite a bit. It's cheap, somewhat effective. It's really, really cheap. I also probably could use a price increase. 45 munitions is really, really cheap. Sure, it's not super effective, but still. Obsatson's unable to deal with the Vet 3 guards or airborne. Do we see a fresh tier Panzer quarters? Yes, we do. All the way back at home is upgraded Panzer authorization. He's probably going to need a T-30, not T-30, Panzer 4 or Jagdpanzer. Panzer 4 probably would be a little bit better with the turret, not easy as well to be overwhelmed. And the OKW one has absurd amount of armor versus, and pretty effective versus the T-34. So does get a nice stun grenade there. Good splash across the line. And he's walking straight and gets the crew. Another good hit there. He's going to retreat back with both of these. And with this one, way too low with this guy. And here comes another strafing run. MG-34 forced on back as well. Fresh Panzer Fusiliers coming out on the field. Probably for Panzer Rex. Another guard squad could have got the kill on this one, but was unable to. Does go ahead and capture that point. The DPs has just been completed. That is a Vet 5 officer. Holy crap, that upgrade, he upgraded quite quickly. Ooh, was that a... Yep, a landmine has been built there. So it could be quite good. Vikenwerfers are almost reinforced. And this fresh Panzer Fusilier is not being upgraded with Panzer Shreks. He doesn't have enough munitions for either at the moment. Down south, we still have these 3 Panzer IVs, not Panzer IVs, T-34s. Vet 3 MG-34s coming over here to support.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
And he's starting to suppress these guards airbornes. And does get the suppression off. We do got the Vikenwerfer, no, Katusha. I'm getting everything mixed up now. This is good hits all across the area. Good damage. One straight rocket could wipe out this squad. Nope. And Soviet player just has too much infantry, too much mobile infantry. Just stopping any sort of advance. All three T-34s are here. Both Mechanical Warfare are trying to set on up. He could dive that no problem. There's another Mechanical Warfare here. MG-34 trying to go him up. That's going to be a great strafing run. Good suppression coming down the line. Mechanical Warfare are still quite healthy except for one. And the officer is getting some great hits there. It looks like the officer himself is down. Could see a forced retreat. No, he has a focus fire being activated now. Wipes out that Dishka. Another T-34 is coming on out. There's one squad of Panzer trucks here, and he's going to straight up force fire and destroy that Dishka. I don't blame him. I was thinking capture, but looks like he just wants it gone.
The enemy has 100 points remaining.
Multiple Panzer trucks, and this is going to be a Katyusha barrage. Good hits there. And retreat back to the squad, thinking, oh, he lost all of his support anyways. And he actually gets that Mechanical Warfare on the retreat. Trying to capture that, no, he's going to satchel charge it. Very nice. No, he thought he was going to capture it, but he was trying to stop the capture, but that could have been worse. T-34 making that advance. He's going for a Panzer IV. He can't save up by Panther. He needs a Panzer IV. And these guys are super bunched up. This could be very, very bad. Good damage across the area, but surprisingly, no models going down.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Ooh, that Panzer Shrek squad. It can still go down. Mass retreat coming out. Mechanical Warfare soft retreating. G43s. Officer trying to make the advance to center, but there's probably just a little too much. Another strafe coming on in. Doesn't hit the MG. Panzer IV coming on forward with the Pinto mount still being researched or upgraded. And here comes a Katyusha barrage. Another air. No, that's a rocket run. Oh, and the Katyusha could get the kill. Panzer IV severely wounded. T-34s have nothing fear, and there's 4 of them there. That's diving potential. He could easily take out, quickly take out these Mechanical Warfare's that many T-34.
The enemy down to 50 points.
Now he knows they're definitely retreating. He has vision of the T-34s still one shot away from death. Sherman Pioneers will fall back. They need to be repairing immediately, not advancing into PPSHs. And that Sherman Pioneer squad, and that there's no repairs.
The enemy is down to 25 points. Victory is in our grasp.
With no repairs, that T-30, that Panzer IV is worthless. Does get some Panzer Strikes hit. He will get an 1880 rifle grenade on the low health Panzer T-34. Panzer IV does find a hit there. rams and kills with the ram.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense.
Here comes a strafing run. Miss. There goes the rammed T-34. 2 T-34 goes down, but that is the end of the game. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.